Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Johannes, aka Yo-Yo. I'm also known as Pistol Star on Board Game Arena, where I'm currently the highest ranked Castles of Burgundy player. This here is my win rate. All of these games were played within the 2-player count in the first edition and on identical random boards. That's my much preferred setting in the game. All right, so let's get right to Board Game Arena, because in this first video, I'm going to play the Castles of Burgundy and share my thought processes in game with you. I hope you'll enjoy it and leave a comment if you like. So let's get started and search for an opponent. So anyone with a rating of 100 ELO and higher is free to join my game. And in our next video, I'm going to have a special guest, or not a special guest. Okay, we have an opponent, so let's start the game. Let's see if they agree to start. Yes, they do. Okay, I'm just changing that. So here, board 2, which is one of my weaker boards. I think against this opponent, I could start on the left. But actually, yeah, I will start on the left. Normally, you should start in the center, but against a weaker opponent, I am playing like this. Okay, so I'm definitely looking at a ship here. And then I want at least one yellow tile here. I actually really would like to get the mine as well, but they rolled, they might not get the mine this turn, and actually I can get my mine a little bit later. I think I start with a ship and a castle actually, even though yellow tile 10 is really, really good in this situation. And there's another castle here. And there's another ship here. That's, I have a really bad roll here. Like, that's really dangerous. Against a top player, I would probably be losing at this stage. Yeah, that's a good question, what I should do. So I'm guessing I start with ship and castle. Let's see. Even though yellow tile 10 is my favorite tile of the 3 yellow tiles. So they should actually, okay, they didn't do that. Now I actually could take the church and place it to connect here and get the mine. And then I should still, well, I can sell the goods and then buy the ship and place it and then get the other ship. That's also a good move they could play with. But I think my best move definitely here is playing like this. Yeah, I actually dislike my opening. I think I should have started with ship and yellow tile 10, because I had 2 castles, and actually I don't mind if I don't get a castle, because then I get the castle in phase B for sure. Yeah. I would have never started in the center if my opponent would be would have a rating above 400 or 500. But I like that on the left you are never really out of the game. So yeah, that's good as well for us. Now I actually can connect here with the ship and then buy the other ship. I could also, and I think I might prefer that. Yeah, they don't have an option to play a double turn. So we are safe here. So I think, that's interesting. I definitely need to connect. I think that's more important right now. I really want yellow tile 10. think I first connect. So I'm placing the ship. Then I'm going to take the sixes. And then I'm playing the mine, I would say. Because then I'm quite, I have a lot of options to get a ship in the next turn, either through a number 4 or number 6, or maybe number 5. I expect them to take yellow tile 20, the 4 points per market, and place it. These opponents with a very low rating, they usually, their main weakness is probably that they are not wanting to take 2 workers by any cost, pretty much, and they overvalue buildings a lot. I didn't see this move. Okay, so that was really bad that I didn't see it. Yeah, it was a really good move, actually. But we are fine in our position. So actually, yeah, I'm going to play the castle, get the ship, and place it. And then they have a 1 already, so and they sold what good? Which good did they sell? I wish you can see that. They sold a 6 before. The 1 is better for them, so I'm taking a 1. And now I'm just going to sell. Yeah, for sure. And then taking workers. Yeah, I really wished I had started differently with yellow tile 10, because it's a really, really, really good tile on this board as well, especially early on. And it was the only strong tile. All right, so next, I'm looking at yellow tile 25, but also on the ship. They have no workers and no money, so there's actually no risk. They cannot buy anything yet. So I should get both these tiles. There are a lot of chickens out there, which are a bit dangerous, but especially because they have yellow tile 10. I definitely definitely need some yellows here, because yellows are like incredibly good on this board. I think because they rolled a 1, I definitely want to get this tile here. And then actually I would like to get yellow tile 3, I believe. It's a bit expensive. They can only take the mine or this yellow tile 3, so I'm quite safe here. But there's yellow tile 4 as well. You can combo that very well. I think I'm starting with yellow tile 3. Actually, they should take yellow tile 3 in this position. I'm starting with this tile here and then just waiting. They cannot play an extra turn, which is very important. So I expect them to take yellow the mine, but they should actually take yellow tile 3. Oh, well played. But that means, and that was my idea, that I get the mine and this tile here. So the idea is I'm playing yellow tile 4 right now. Always play the the ability first, then so they can actually not place yellow tile 3 and sell goods to get 2 silverlings right now. So we are still on time to get both these tiles here. We really want to play out of the black market right now. And then I'm getting the mine. I see the issue. Yeah. Of course, I want to connect through over here to the mine. But I can actually also play the boat here and then get an animal maybe to connect here. Can they get the mine? They cannot. So I actually have more time. So I'm going to place the yellow tile here by this tile, and then the castle is maybe not as important right now. Yeah, I think it's fine, I guess. But it's a bit slow. I should probably just place it here and take the mine. Yeah, I think so. I'll just do that. And then actually I still have time to wait. Probably waiting. All right. Just denying them the mine. 5-5 would have been obviously the best. Okay, now they can get an extra turn if we don't play a ship right now. But the nice thing is, anyway, we can sell goods. So they can sell goods and then don't buy something because they are full. So the castle is really good here. I need to connect through the ships here. Yeah, so definitely I wanna sell the 6s here. That gives me an extra worker and a silver. Then I place the... I could also do that, but I think I'm fine doing this. Okay, I see. Taking the castle, placing. It's also good, but I can wait with the castle until next phase. So I have 6 more actions. Yeah, I want to sell, place, get 2 yellows, 2 red goods, and then just buy again the ship. All right. I really like to get castles and mines very aggressively, but on board 2 I struggle because the best tiles are usually ships and yellows, and then just connect. Yeah. Now I'm also looking for some animals. I actually prefer yellow tile 4 over yellow tile 3. They have like a really good setup with their yellows. I really like their yellows. Right. I didn't see that, of course. That was crazy that I didn't take the yellow first. Anyways, I can... That's interesting. I can get an animal, the 3 chickens, and place them, then connect. I think I like to do that. But also I like to place the ship. Yeah, I definitely place the ship right now. Yeah, but then do I give up yellow tile 25? I actually don't need to place the ship right now. I can wait. Yeah, I can also wait with my mine right now. It's interesting. I think I do something crazy and give up on that tile. Okay, let's play crazy. That is absolutely crazy, but I want to place my mine, and the animals are good as well. When we look at the discarded tiles, in phase A there were only like 2 pigs and 2 chickens discarded. So and now we see a lot of chickens. So in the future there will be loads of sheep and loads of cows and loads of pigs as well, because still like 7 black market animals are in the deck, and yeah, loads of, all the fours, 4 counts of animals, like 4 chickens or 4 cows, 4 pigs, 4 sheep outside the black market as well. Now, I'm obviously giving them yellow tile 25 with my play, but anyways, we definitely have to do this here. And then it's actually a bit close if we want to get 2 workers or 1 worker and a silver. But I think we are leading so much that we can play like this. I actually could do something. I can sell both and get yellow tile 25 now, which is a bit insane if I do that. But then I have 1 worker, 1 silver. I don't like that. I'm just placing the mine and selling. So as you can see with the score, I'm really looking to like fill all these single regions, and then also playing hard on the double regions. My issue right now are still the yellows, and that's the main thing I misplay on this board usually, also in this game. Okay, so we get yellow tile 15 here, which is obviously a must take because they can sell for 2 goods. The mine is now useless. We can, let's see, they cannot play an extra turn. We would love to get a castle, but the castle is very, very far away. I would maybe take the castle if I rolled a 4 or a 6, but a 5 and a 5 is just too crazy. Yellow tile 18 with the Carpenter's Workshop is interesting. I like that not so much, I guess. I think I prefer selling goods and then placing down my yellow tile. And then they cannot play an extra turn, and I'm close to get a mine and a castle. And they would need all 3 ships, which they cannot get because I definitely will take 1 of them. So I'm fine with ships. I don't need to rush ships right now. So now I'm just focusing on this yellow here, doesn't really matter which one. Then a mine and a castle and one ship. And I don't really care about the animals now, because definitely I want cows here, and it doesn't really matter if I get 3 picks and place them here, or I get like next turn 2 cows. That's the same score. Actually, if I get 3 ships in this phase, I would place them in this region here, you know, the 4 region. Next week, actually, I will play with my good friend Sam from the No Wonders channel. We already set up a game for next time. And after this, I'm going to play Xiao Jiao, my good friend, my other good friend. Actually, it's her here. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Senstelanocto, maybe? I don't know. It sounds a bit like Japanese, I'm not sure. And she's actually former world #1 with a peak rating of 859 ELO, which is pretty much the same as my peak rating of 862. She's already, I think, twice or thrice arena champion. Her username was previously See You Soon, and before that, November 15. And then even the next opponent is already set up as well, a former master player. I don't know how to pronounce his name, Pobedil OFC or something like that. Sorry for butchering your nickname, your username. He's currently, I think, around 600 ELO, but he used to be at like 730, I guess, I think. So my goal here is definitely finishing ships, castles, mines as first player, definitely. Okay, so we get our dream scenario. Definitely going to get the castle now. That's really important. Then the mine as well, because we have 3 options to get a yellow, and each of them will score us. So, and all are really good. So I don't care. And they have 0 mines. Now, currently, they can get first player by taking ship, placing ship, or buying ship through number 3. They get 2 silver links and place the ship and then take the ship next turn. So we definitely have to get 1 ship now. So that makes it a bit awkward for our yellows later, but whatever. It's fine. Because now we need exactly a 3. I mean, we don't need it exactly, but there's a 75% chance that we get a 3, a 2, or a 4, and a 30% chance that we get exactly a 3. And if we get like 5 and a 2, that's fine, or 5 and a 5, because then we can get the other yellow as well. Or if we can place and sell goods, you know, then we get back a worker. It's also fine. Okay, so we get a pretty good roll. Definitely going to place the ship here. And then taking the 4. And then, yeah, I think it's time to get a scoring tile. Should be fine. So the next numbers are a bit awkward, but the crucial placements are only 1 and 6. The 3 is not so important. We can. Oh, actually, I forget I have a castle placement on top. I'm crazy. Ah, that was crazy. But it's okay. At least I saw it now. My city is not mandatory to finish. So what did they do? They placed and took another market because they score 4 points per market. All right, so we definitely want to place our castle, and we definitely need to connect as quickly as possible to the mine. So we need to do this right now. I'm just thinking, I mean, of course I can get a boarding house, place, take, and place, but then we still need a 1-6, so that's not a good option. Okay, so the trick here is actually placing here for 1 worker, then placing the castle and placing the mine. I could, of course, risk it and say, it's honestly not a risk, and get the boarding house. I can place it for sure because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's all possible. And I block their dice roll. They have like only 1 worker. So I kind of like that. So I think I'm doing this because I'm secured to place both tiles. It's just a bit unnecessary, you can say, because I still might need to like spend 3 workers if I roll 3-3. So, but because they rolled a 1, it's actually not that bad. I mean, not that risky. Yeah, of course I should also check my sold goods. I still need a 2 and a 3, but I don't really care too much if I get all of these. So that's a good option here. Placing like this and placing like this. I like it more than if I had rolled a 6. If I had to place, if I had rolled 6-6, I mean, that would be good as well because I save 1 worker, but I don't really want to commit to this city here. But it doesn't really matter. I prefer the smaller ones or the size 5 city. I wouldn't have given away yellow tile 25 if my opponent would have been higher rated. So there's another market and they can place still 2 markets eventually. And there's another market here. Actually, we need a castle here, but they didn't roll for castles, so and they have 4 points per town hall. Actually, there are 2 really good tiles here. So I like to get both of these. And I think first can they play an extra turn? I think they cannot. Yeah, they can because they have yellow tile 10. So actually I don't want so there are 3 ships. That's a trouble here. But I don't mind it, to be honest. Not now yet. But I can still do it. So I think I'm going for a ship. Or do I? I definitely take the castle now. And I'm definitely placing the castle. And then I probably take the ship. The question is, I think I can wait with the boarding house and then place and take. and then I'm quite fine. So I don't want them to go first into phase E, but I also want to also not let them get to win the ship race. So if I want to go first, I could hope that they place their ship first, and then I place mine after their last ship at the end of phase D. And then I could go first into the last phase, but they would win the full 5 points of the ship color, while I only get 2 points instead of the other way around. So that's like 6 points. So as you can see here, I have 117 points. They have 64 without scoring the yellows for now. Now definitely we want yellow tile 23, I guess. What do we? I could also go for 2 animals, but then and block them from animals. I like that a lot. And of course we can discard one of the 2 animals right now. They cannot play an extra turn if we play an extra turn, if we play a ship now. So we should play our ship first. And then, of course, it's also a race for these amazing goods here. So we can finish 15 points with yellow tile, 15, which is like the average. And then I'm going to, yeah, they want a sheep, and I want a sheep. So I'm going to take the sheep for now. And then they cannot get the other sheep. I mean, they could, but then they would have to discard a tile, which is not very good for them. So my first opening move was really bad. Was really, really bad at the start of the game. It was unnecessary. And the castle at the beginning, of course, is far away. And there was only one really good yellow. And I know on this board, yellows are just the most important tiles. So next to ships. So, and economic yellow tiles are super powerful on this board, because this board, you don't want to take 2 workers too often, because there's a lot of things you can do. A lot of things are good. A lot of buildings are good as well. So I shouldn't have done that. It's also a bit when you play against someone that is much weaker than you, then you easily can also make mistakes. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to roll. I really want to kill their market here, because we both want the sheep. But I actually also quite like. Anyways, they cannot finish. They cannot place their market right now. It's impossible. I mean, yeah, of course they can place, but they need to take workers first. And they probably want to take yellow tile 4 first, which is actually a good tile for them. So I think we have time to place play a different move. It's interesting. So I'm going to. The question is, it's actually better to place it up here, but yeah, definitely. All right, let's do that. And then get the town hall right now. Anyways, I can still discard this ship. It's useless to me. they definitely will place the watchtower, I guess, and then take yellow tile 23. So not exactly what I wanted to roll. Yeah, there was an advantage for playing the bank here, is that I open up that 4 here. But anyways, I can sell goods and take. I can also sell. Now they will want to play their market, so I want to definitely get the sheep here. And the question is, how will I do it? So I'm discarding the ship, taking it, and then the question is, do I take 2 workers or do I sell goods? I think I'm just selling because I get extra worker for yellow tile 4. It's a bit greedy, to be honest, but it's okay. I shouldn't do that. I should just take workers. That 1 extra worker is very useful. I can sell goods later, but I'm playing the greedy style here. And yeah, I also need to assure to get 2 animals anyways to make sure they cannot finish their region. So, I mean, I can still do that. Not 100% surely. Yeah, that's the issue. Today I play a bit strangely, to be honest. But anyway, I'm winning this. But that's what I really like to do, you know, like killing markets or churches or carpenter workshops. So they need to take them with them into the next phase. So that was actually a very lucky roll here because I got one of the numbers I needed, 2, 3, or 4. Of course, I could place both, but that's not very good. So is it better to close the 2 or the 4? Doesn't really matter. I think the 4 is a bit better because we have the 4 to sell. Yeah, I'm just playing safe. And then I'm getting some workers. And then we are safe to get 2 animals for sure with 3 workers. But actually, I'm really risking here, not finishing the city. I play really badly in this game, really badly. Normally, I don't play like that at all. And I'm also thinking of if 3 animals show up, normally I want to take all 3, but of course I cannot do that in this scenario. But I'm just seeing like whatever happens here, I'm going to break their pastures for sure. So yeah, it would have even worked if I placed the sheep, but it would have been very risky. And there are a lot of buildings, so that's really good for us as well, especially in the black market because we have a lot of silverlings and they don't. Contested are these 2 buildings here. Definitely I will take the sheep and the cows, of course, and then I can wait. The yellows are pretty good for them. this yellow tile 26. I seem to lost my internet connection. No. And then I'm going to take the cows, and I should be fine. That's something you should look into when your opponent is like, they try to do everything. You know, they want to finish yellows, they want to finish animals, and they want to finish buildings, but they neglected mines and castles, which are two very important colors. So when they do these three major tasks of yellows, animals, and buildings, they're definitely not being able to finish all of them if you block them. Okay, they might have blocked us here, but we don't really care too much because it also costs them something. It costs them, yeah, we definitely want to get the boarding house now, then we are actually safe. I don't know what they did here. So definitely we want to place here. Then, yeah, the boarding house is a unique building, and they can use it as well. So we should place, but they should now take the watchtower out of the black market, because when they do that, it's just always better to fight for the black market if you can. They have the warehouse, which is heavily upgraded because of yellow tile 3. So they sell goods, get a lot of points, and then get 2 silver. That's like a super bank and a watchtower together. And they save a whole turn, pretty much, by getting that watchtower. And the watchtower is really good at the end of the game, when you have the time to place it. And they definitely have. You could actually do something a bit funny now. Taking yellow tile 6, placing it, and then buying yellow tile 26, just for fun. But obviously we are not scoring a lot of points with that, but we are denying them a lot of points. And we're still able to finish our things. So we have 6 actions left. We definitely want to... they should have really bought the watchtower. That's a huge mistake. Don't do that kind of stuff. Okay, that's actually not so nice, but it's probably okay. So definitely I'm going to buy the watchtower, but the question is how I will do that. Because the problem is, of course, I want to get the Carpenter's Workshop and place it right now, but I mean, I could do that, but I don't want to. So I'm going to place the watchtower here, and then of course taking this one, because it's anyway, you can call it a watchtower deluxe, because it scores 4 points anyways. Yeah, actually I should have paying more attention. That was not too good. It was worth 5, 3, 7 points for 1 turn. Selling the 2 is worth 1, 2, 2.5, 5.5. Yeah, it's fine. So I want to sell the 4s and place the Carpenter Workshop and place these 2. Yeah, so that's a fantastic roll. Then selling the 4 because I still needed these 4s, and then don't really care. I mean, honestly, what we should have done is, and I was thinking about that before, but I'm winning anyway, so I didn't do that. I could have just first taking the Carpenter's Workshop in the phase before and a round before, placing it, taking the watchtower, and then buying the other watchtower and discarding the other watchtower. That just cost me 2 points, but they cannot finish that region here, which is insane. But anyway, they cannot finish it because they messed it up. Yeah, they tried. I mean, actually, they didn't mess it up. They just knew they would be losing. They are losing for sure, so they try something very risky of placing, then buying from anywhere. So that's very clever. Like if they roll 5-1, they can place yellow tile 6, buy the watchtower and place it. So in this situation, I'm of course placing this here. This gives me 16 points, and this here gives me 7 and 5 is 12. And then I'm just placing this over here, getting the watchtower and finishing. So you see, I would have anyway ended up with the watchtower. So it was kind of useless that I didn't do that before. Okay, so that was the game today. I scored 0 elo, I mean 0.37. And yeah, in the next video, I'm going to play with Sam. And actually, he's also, as far as I know, covering our game as well on his channel. So you can see the game in my perspective, but also in his perspective, or from his perspective and my perspective. I think that's very interesting. And I'm very much looking forward to the next games and the next videos. I think it was quite fun for me. So let's see how it will go next week, or yeah, next week, I think. All right, see you next time. Bye bye.